beautiful, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, my name is Alexis Jayda and welcome. Today's notification shout out goes to Morosa. I think that's how you say your name, babe. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for all your love and support. Te quiero mucho, and I really do appreciate it. If you guys want to be part of the notification squad, all you have to do is just be subscribed, like the video, comment, and when I go live, I pick one of the comments and I do a notification shout out. I'm finally back home. We were on a mini vacation and it was a minute. I uploaded it on the road, but I did not upload the vlogs yet, so I will get that out there soon for you guys. But it feels so good just to be home and get to chismear with you guys. Talk, that sounds so weird. Chismear and just talk and sit back and relax. I usually have like press on nails. Got a little tan. I swear, like my hands, my shoulders get tan, but like right here doesn't want to. I think it's because I go in with my skincare and I'm like here. And so, yeah, I don't know. But let's get into the story time. Sit back, relax. Let me know what you're doing. If you're applying your makeup, please tag me so I can repost you guys. And if you're eating, what are you eating? What you munching on? If you're driving somewhere, where are you driving? And if you're working, where are you working at? Huh? I see a lot of you guys commenting like, I'm working right now, girl. I'm acting like I'm like, how? Where? What? I cannot multitask at all. I'd either be typing in the computer what I'm hearing, what I'm thinking. I suck at it. You guys are chingonas as fuck because I can't. I really can't. I'm like, give me. Let's get into the story time. This is my Nanny series. So with this series, I have put all the Nanny videos in a playlist. I highly recommend to watch from the first till up to now so you can get what's going on. You understand the names, who's that person, who's this person. I do have separate storytime videos and those are under my storytime playlist. So I have my Nanny series playlist and then I have my storytime playlist. My baby woke up from her nap. Of course she would. This is continuing with my Nanny series. Let's get into it. And everything I will be using will be linked. It was harder to link as I was on the road. So me and Sam, we go back to the house and she's still hyped up because of her fight between Ursula, like super hype, and she's like, hell yeah, I did that. I'm geeked for her because I know how that adrenaline rush feels. Like it feels freaking amazing. Like you feel like somebody come say something, look at me sideways, do something, breathe on me heavy, like so I can just get crazy. So I was just letting her have it. We were just chilling. We had a good time. My phone just kept getting messages here and there from Shadow because she still was upset and she really thought like I was going to message her and be like, you know what, I didn't mean what I said, because her and Skillet were talking and I guess Skillet told her, because she didn't want to hear her probably, like give like some time, like she'll come around, I'm pretty sure she didn't mean it, I'm pretty sure she's not gonna cut you off, like just give her some time. And I meant what I said and I didn't need no time because I was pissed. And I always felt like when people would tell me that like a certain person was off limits or whatever, I always felt like I had to respect it. And I feel like I've always been really good with my loyalty, you know? And I feel like I wasn't shown the same back and it was upsetting. I tried to stick firm on, I said what I said and I meant it. And I think it was kind of messing with Shadow because Shadow wasn't used to it. She was used to me being like, oh, you know what, all right, cool, whatever, we can still be cool. But I really was upset and mad. Like, how are you gonna do something when I leave the restroom for one, and how are you going to act dumb and be like, oh well, she's doing it, not me? I was just tired of it. And I was tired of always feeling like I said, like my loyalty up here, and then when I expected the same energy, they weren't giving it, you know? And that happens throughout life. Like it's not something that goes away. You have to keep those standards and hold people like, like, cause it will continue to happen. People will start learning you and how you move. And so they will do and push you to your limits because you tolerated it. Why not? She was blowing up my phone, kind of like here and there, trying to be like, hey, just want to make sure you got home safe. Doing the most, like, you know, I got home safe. Shut up, don't even try it. I was just opening the messages and not replying because I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to sit there and respond to one message because as soon as you respond to one message, it was just like, brrr, that was it. You replied once, it's going to continue. Back then, I was that person too, like, ooh, they said, ooh, the nerve. And so I would go back and forth. So as I'm getting the messages, I grab my backpack because I'm going to take a shower, and Sam is going to do the same. So she jumps in the shower, I jump in the shower, not together, separately. And I'm just sitting there just thinking about like, oh my gosh, like this has been one crazy ass week so far. What's next? And I shouldn't have said that because it literally was like this. I get out of the shower, get dressed, and I go downstairs, and Sam is already dressed and ready, like we're going somewhere, like we have plans. It's like, you know, usually when people come back from the pool, they eat, take a shower, and knock the hell out because it was exercise, okay? We were sunburnt, I was hurting, I was like, trying not to move. I was walking like this because my body hurt and I just wanted to chill. She was ready though. Okay, daddy's home, huh? I'm literally looking at her like, she started telling me like, oh my gosh, you can sleep when you're dead. Come on, get ready. We're going to go out. Where? With who? She tells me like, I don't know. Let's just go. Let's just go and let's just walk around. This is something that me and my friend Skillet would do too, and a few of my other friends, where we would literally just walk around so that we wouldn't be in the house because it was boring. Even though I was like, I didn't want to. I did it. I shouldn't have done it. So I was like, all right, whatever. Put on my Skechers and I got ready. Let's go. Put my hair up in a ponytail. Let's go. I check on Skillet because she smacked her head pretty hard at the pool. Like really hard. Even though I was leaving and she did the whole like, she smacked her head hard. So I just checked on her, make sure she was good. Tells me that she's doing fine. That if I wanted to come over, it was cool. So I was like, maybe I'm gonna bring Sam. She's like, yeah, no worries, go ahead. So I tell Sam like, all right, let's just go there. We walk, you guys. And I'm telling you, as a child, because I was a child at the time, I don't know what I was thinking. Now, I live kind of like in the same sort of area. I could never would I walk that far. Nope. I'd be like, no, we're not going. I'm not going. Nope, no thank you. It's too freaking far. I don't know how I did it. Why I thought like, okay, whatever. Well, yeah, hopefully we'll make it there in this amount of time. I don't know what the freak I was thinking. So McDonald's is on the way. So I was like, let's just stop there and get something to eat. I got a couple bucks. I'm hungry. Sam is too. So we stopped there and Sam is just like dogging everybody we see. She over here thinking she cute, she cool, and she could just be dogging everybody and giving a mean face and just being like, Sam, stop. Because she over here with a busted lip and she's like, the bruises coming through. And I'm like, oh my God, just stop. So we're sitting down and these girls kind of sit next to us. This area was kind of like, these girls did not play. It was like, why are you looking at me? And we just get up and they just go. So I don't know what she thought, why she thought it was okay. I'm over here trying to enjoy my freaking McDouble, my burger, in peace with some French fries, with some ketchup. And she's over here making all kinds of faces and I'm having to look at her and just tell her like, stop, because she's embarrassing me. And so she's over here looking at these girls and she's like, look at them, thinking they're cool. I'll show them what's up. I look over and I just turn my head back to her right away. I'm like, no, if you do this, you're going in alone. I am not, no. Like sometimes you just gotta pick your battles, and this is not one I wanted to pick. Decline. I did not want it. So Sam continues to just give them a dirty ass look. I'm stressing out because I'm like, she has no idea what the hell. Like I swear she had like blinders on or something. I don't know what it was. Like that freaking adrenaline rush had not calmed down because she was still like, ready, get unready. No. So I couldn't even finish my freaking burger in peace because these girls walk over and approach us and ask us if we have a problem. Like, one spit in my face and I was just like, And I told him like, nope, we're good. Nope, we're good. And Sam goes, are we though? I'm like, yes, we are. Yeah. because I don't know what the hell she was thinking. I was like, I'm just trying to eat. I'm hungry. Like, oh my gosh, I just want to eat. I don't want a problem. This girl's tripping. They continue to ask us, like, are you sure? Because homegirl over here looking at me like she got a problem, like she know me. No, no, you know, she a little stupid, so I don't know. No. And so it sounds like, nope, I'm no nothing. I'm ready. Are you ready? And I'm like, why are you talking like this? So I'm getting super uncomfortable, and I had to like kick Sam in her shins, like, so I'm looking at her, she's like, ow, why are you kicking me so hard? You know, one of those things where it's just like, oh my God. So I look at one of the girls, and I just try to like, you know, I'm just like, I don't want no problems. Nah, that's just her face. I'm trying to like bitch out of this because I'm you know how some people just look like they can fight? I don't even care if it was just a front and it's like they really couldn't. I wasn't willing to risk it. I did not want to do any of that. They look like they got brothers and they know how to throw down, and so I didn't want none of it. I'm like, this is not a fight that I want to go into, especially with Sam, like a newbie. She fresh, she over here getting crazy. No. They ask again. This time one of the girls kind of like looks at me and is like, so what's up? Like, are we gonna like handle this over there? We're gonna go out there? Like, what's up? I just, like, she was not taking what I was saying, and so I was like, nothing's up at all. Like, I told you, she's stupid. No, like, she don't want to fight. She thinks she does, but she don't. I don't want to fight. I'm good. I'm just trying to eat. Like, we're good. So I'm giving her like the same face expressions back. Like, I'm trying to like face expression her out of her own game, because and okay, look, if she would have smacked me in my face or something, I would have, you know, threw it down with her. I would have fought with her, whatever. Even if I would have got my ass beat, we going again, and I'm gonna beat my ass again, or I'm gonna win this time because you're gonna be tired. Anyways, I was like, I didn't want to do it, but if it came to it, I would do it. It's okay. I've gotten my ass beat before. I've gotten jumped before. It's nothing, but it ain't fun, okay? I just told her like what I said. She's stupid. We don't want to fight. She don't know what she's talking about. I just want to eat. Bye. And she goes, oh, bye? And I was like, yeah, bye. So we're getting kind of loud and kind of rowdy. And I noticed all of a sudden, like, Sam's getting kind of quiet now. So I'm like, okay. So maybe because she was feeling the heat, she was like, or maybe because the freaking adrenaline rush was like wearing down. I'm good now. Making stupid faces. Like, I was just playing. Like, nah, like I was just kidding. Like just stupid jibber jabber. And I'm just looking at her. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm like, you see, I told you she's stupid. And so she's like, yep, I'm stupid. The ladies that were working kept hearing us getting rowdy. So she told us either shut up, finish your food, or get the fuck out. Like, they were pissed because we were getting loud, and it's just, that's not cute, you know? Whatever age you are, it's not cute. I told her, like, I'm good, I'm trying to eat. They're not letting me eat because I didn't want to fight, and I'm not going to fight just because Sam's being stupid. Because she really was, like, she was doing way too much. I get it, she's hype, but she did a lot of that where it was just talk, and I didn't want to take care of her no more. And the girls end up walking away and pretty much tell us like, catch me outside, how about that? And so I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna go outside, but okay, because I'm not. So they end up leaving, and we stay there for a minute, and I'm just pissed off at Sam because I'm like, get it together already. I am tired. Like, I get you and Ursula went at it, cool, whatever, but it's not something that I want to be doing all the time and seeing you fight and do all. It's not fun for me, okay? Because when I fight, I scar. I'm morena, and my scars, they like don't heal pretty, you know what I mean? So, and I'm like telling her because she's selfish, like super selfish. She's just quiet. She's like, my bad, Lex, like I was just a little bit too hype, and then like it just got too real. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it gets real, and then you want to like bitch down. Not cool. I'm not fighting your battles. I don't want to fight your battles. I don't want to have to be in any mess. I don't even want to go and see Skillet no more. Like, she really made me feel like you ruined it. You know how like you're yelling at like a younger sibling and you tell them like, you ruined it. I don't want to do it no more, because it's not fun no more, because you're gonna be in a funky attitude. you don't want to go. Poor Sam just wanted to get out because she was like, I'm so sorry. Like, no, like, I'll act right. And in my head, I'm like, don't even say that. That sounds so, don't say that. Because I don't like hearing that from, I'm thinking at the time, like a grown ass kid, you know? I don't want to hear that. So I just tell her, I don't want any problems, Sam, like at all. Like, I'm not saying that if someone's punking you, because that's what I heard with Sam, is that I had to be, like, everything had to be like fine print. Like, if I would tell her, like, just shut up, like, I don't want anyone, I don't want you fighting anybody, she would like let someone disrespect her and take it, because she'd be like, you said, you know, that type of, and I would have to tell her, like, oh my gosh, like, I wasn't meaning it like literally, you know what I mean? Don't be stupid either. So I always had to make sure that I explained it and made sure to mention, like, and if this or if that or if this, because she'd be like, but there's no buts. It was so annoying. So we finish our food, and before we walk out, I see her getting a drink, a refill, but I know she's checking to see if the girls were outside. So I tell her, if they're out there, I'm not doing nothing. I'm sitting back. Like, I'm gonna let you get your ass beat. Would I let her get her ass beat? No. But I'm just telling her that because I was just tired. The girls weren't there, and I noticed that one of the ladies that was working there, she shakes her head like we're good, you know? So we start walking to Skillets, and she's like all excited because she noticed that we're going this way instead of like going back home, you know? So she's like smiling like a little kid. She was like, what do you think they're gonna do? And I was like, I think it's just gonna be like a little kickback. Like, it's not gonna be anything crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be a little kickback. You think there's gonna be any cute boys? I'm like, dude, I don't know. I'm not even thinking about that right now. So we finally arrive. There's already a few people, and I'm like, damn, dude, didn't you have like a concussion? I thought she was gonna be chilling, but her dude wanted to have like a little kickback, and it was just like cool, whatever. I'm going in, and I tell Sam, I'm gonna go find Skillet, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna wait here. And I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yes. And she's happy as hell because there's some young men, and she's just like just super happy, you know, like, oh my God, what happened? Because her face is like, you know, bruised, whatever. She's like, oh my God. And so she goes into her story, and I'm starting to just walk towards Skillet. I find Skillet, and she's just chilling, and I'm asking her, like, you good? She said she had took some pain relievers and that she's good. She's like, I'm good, I'm chilling. She's like, I don't think it's a concussion. If it is. And so we just get to talking, and she's telling me that she invited Shadow, and that hopefully, like, I'm not upset about it. And I'm like, dude, it's cool. Like, I'm not gonna tell you who to kick it with, who not to kick it with, because I know that she's good friends with her group, Shadow's group, you know? So I'm not gonna just be like, you can't talk to her. It is what it is. She just tells me that, you know, if anything does go down, that she'll let her know, and she'll tell her she has to go. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. We're just hanging out, chilling, and dun dun dun, Shadow appears. I don't even go looking for her. The only reason why I know that she arrives is because I hear Sam all loud, like, yeah, that bitch's girlfriend. I beat up that bitch's girlfriend. Just, and so of course I look over and I'm like, Sam, because it's like, you did what you did, and just stop, just quit it. I swear. I'm just chilling, and I'm just sitting on the couch, and I'm messaging the ex, because at the time, you never want like your toxic relationship to end. So I'm trying not to even be phased, or I'm like, oh, I don't even want to pay too much attention to it. I don't want her to come over here and be like, can we talk or whatever. And I swear, like, the things that you sometimes think, they happen, you know? So I have my feet crisscrossed like this, and I'm sitting down and I'm texting, and she kicks them. Shadow, not even like a light kick, like a hard kick. And she's like, can we talk? And I look at her, I'm like, no, not really. Like, I don't want to talk. Like, I already told you what I had to say. I don't want to talk. She kicks my feet again. She's like, I'm not asking again. Can we talk? And so I get pissed because I'm like, like, she's doing way too much. We have an audience. She has me messed up, but she thinks that she's going to be trying to punk me. And I'm not gonna lie, I did take like 2 shots, okay? I wasn't trying to go overboard, just 2 shots, just to kind of just relax my nerves, because I was texting the ex at the time, and I was already hearing gossip that he was hanging out with someone that he told me not to worry about. So I was feeling pretty upset and I didn't want to deal with any of the drama. I was just over it. Let's go outside, but we're not going outside to talk. As that left my mouth, I'm like, because I'm gonna get my ass beat. Like, this girl is so much like bigger than me, and I know they say like the bigger you are, the harder you fall, but all she just has to do is just pew, and I would just pew. Okay, and she knew it. So I get up and she walks behind me, and I just feel like a little kid being scolded, and I'm like, ugh. Skillet tries to intervene, and she's like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Because she looks annoyed, because I don't know what she had told her, probably like, hey, I don't want no problem, blah 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 blah, but she wasn't listening. So I'm like, don't even worry about it. Like, and I feel bad for giving attitude to Skillet, but I was just like so annoyed, because I'm like, I just want to breathe. And I was already feeling like so like depressed almost. Like, I just wanted to sleep and sleep, because every freaking day was some new bull, and I was tired of it. I was like, I don't want to deal with all this. Like, it's just too much, you know? So we go outside, and right away I get into like stance mode, like, what's up? Because I don't want her to think that like we're gonna go outside and I'm gonna be like, I don't want to fight. Like, what? Like, I didn't want to do any of that. We go outside, I'm in stance mode, I'm like, what's up? And she just starts like apologizing, biting her lip, like, you know, I just want to like let you know, like doing all that. Okay, LA, like coochie. No. So I'm just looking at her, not even because like she's not cute or whatever. I'm just like I really hate when people try and punk on you, and then behind closed doors, like, they're being all nice to you, because that's like what the ex would do too. Like, he would talk to me like all kinds of crazy, and then when we were like by ourselves, he'd be like, oh, sorry, it's because like, you know, I can't let them like think this or that of me. Like, God, like, I hate when you get that constipated face. Like, they give you that constipated face, like, She starts looking at her lips and she's talking to me, and I'm just like, because I'm mad, and she's pretty much just apologizing. And I didn't even invite Ursula, because I just wanted me and you just to get a chance to talk, and you know, we go way back, and I don't want no drama with you, and I want you to know that you can stay at my place, and I'm not gonna even like talk to Sam. I won't tell that girl nothing. Like, man, like, it's just like, do you want a breath mint? Okay, I let her talk, and I had a cigarette, okay? So I thought it was cool. So I was like, because I'm like, okay, we're not gonna fight, so I need to relax my stance, and I'm just gonna smoke a cigarette and look cool. I'm thinking this in my head, I'm gonna just look cool, because I'm over here stressing. Like, she over here trying to still be friends. No, pretty much that she's just sorry. And that, where was I staying? And I was like, no, it's good. Like, you don't gotta worry about that. I'm good. I'm like, I don't want to fight with you. I don't want any beef, but we don't gotta be friends. And she's like, why not? I'm like, because I don't want to be friends. Like, I don't want to be friends. And I had to keep telling her that, like, I don't want to be friends. And she was like getting super annoyed with me. Like, why not? Like, she didn't understand. Like, why does it look like that? I look like a corpse. So I just let her continue talking, and I'm telling her like, no, I'm not gonna go back. I'm good, thanks though. I don't wanna be friends. She keeps asking why I don't want to be friends. She's trying so hard to stay calm, okay? Because she's a little psycho. So she was trying so hard to stay calm, because I was not like, okay, I'll go back. I didn't want to go back. I don't want to. I'd rather sleep. Remember I told her I'd rather sleep in the park, in the garages, because that's what I have done. I'm not going back. Like, I'm not, no. We kind of like are bickering, and we're getting pretty loud. And Sam comes outside, of course, and she asks me like, you good? Remember Shadow said that she wasn't gonna even mess with her, and she looks at her and she's like, why not? Like, why wouldn't she be good? Like, damn, like, you're always coming in at the wrong times. Sam freaking tells her like, just because you like her doesn't mean no one can't talk to her. That pissed her off. And so I tell Sam like, Sam, go back inside. Like, everything's good. Go back inside. And she asks me, like, you good? Because we can go home. Shadow hears that and she's like, oh, you're staying with her? Oh, that's why you're good. And I'm like, even if I wasn't staying with her, I'm still not going to go back to your place. And she's like, no, no, no. It's good. It's good. Puts her hands up and just goes inside and slams the outside door. It's like a, what is it called? What is it called? The spring door. There you go. I go back inside and Skillet is looking kind of like annoyed. She was like, why the hell did she slam the door like that? I'm like, I don't know, like, ask her. So she's like, I'm asking you. So she has a little attitude with me. I'm like, dude, like, I'm just gonna just leave because I didn't do anything. And she has a little attitude and I'm not trying to hear it and I don't want to deal with it. And Skillet can kind of see that, like, I am getting annoyed. Like, I'm not trying to hear it from, like, anybody. And she's like, okay, okay, like, chill, chill, chill. I go and I try and find Sam. And, like, every freaking possible weird feeling is going through my body because I'm like, oh, my God. Shadow killed her. She killed her. Because remember how she had told her they got a little crazy outside. I'm like, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. So I cannot find Sam. Like, I could not find her. And I'm like, we're just talking. What the hell? I'm asking everybody, like, did you guys see Sam? I'm getting pissed off because... what the hell? We're supposed to be together, asking everybody, like, hey, do you guys know where she went? They're looking at me and they're like, sorry. No one knows. I see Shadow and she's by herself. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, she ain't over there beating her freaking butt in the corner or something. She asks me, are you looking for Sam? And I'm like, yeah. Because I'm like, not trying to talk to her, but I'm like, yes, I'm trying to look for her. Because even though we're at a party, you never know who could have took her to the corner and something could have been happening because you just never know. Something could have happened. So she tells me she's in that room, like, with attitude. So I go to that room and sure enough, Sam is in there and she's hooking up with somebody. Open the door and I'm like, oh. So I close the door right away, you know, because like homegirl was having fun, you know. And so she's like, Alexis, and I'm like, yep. I'm like, you good? Everything good? Because I didn't want to like ruin her fun, you know. She's like, yeah, everything's good. Are you ready to leave? And I'm like, yeah, when you finish. And she's like, okay, I'm about to finish. I'm like, okay. And I just walk away and I go to sit down and I'm kind of like laughing to myself because like, to me, like, it was funny, you know, like, oh, whatever. Freaking Shadow is trying to make something more than what it is. And she's like, man, that's disrespectful. I'm like, okay, like, I don't know. When I get annoyed, I get like kind of like bitchy whiny, like, okay, and like, I don't know, just to like make you just shut up. Like, I don't know. I was just like, okay. And they ended taking up a lot longer than expected. And I'm just sitting there the whole time. I'm sitting there with Shadow. Shadow would try and talk to me like here and there, like a little bit, like not too much, but just enough to kind of just see like if I was like fully still mad at her or not, you know. Sam finally comes out and everyone is pretty much like has left and she's just freaking happy and she's like, you ready? I'm like, been ready. We have a long way to walk. And she's like, hell yeah, we do. And I'm like laughing because she cracks me up sometimes. I'm just like, shut the hell up. As we're leaving, she's just making sure she has everything, you know, patting herself down. And I'm like, you good? You got everything? She's like, yeah, I think I got everything. Cool. I go and talk to Skillet. Skillet is like asleep almost. And I'm like, oh, okay, like we're leaving. She's like, all right, bye. We leave. Next day, drama. So we go home. She wants to sleep in the sala. I'm cool with it. I'm like, whatever. I don't want to sleep alone either. Cool. We can sleep in the sala together. So we're sleeping in the sala. Everything is just like, it was fun, you know. I was asking her like, so how did everything happen? Like, I wasn't even like gone from you that long. And she would just tell me that, you know, this cute boy, he asked if he can make her feel better because after the fight, and I was like, ew, like you really used that line. So we're just like having girl talk, you know, having fun. And the Peaches call, ask if everything's good, and pretty much like if I was doing like the chores around the house still, you know, trying to ask her. And Sam was like, yeah, she's still doing what she's supposed to, what you guys are paying her for. Yeah, she's gonna spend the night because I want her to. So I don't even know what they were saying to her, but she's like, yeah, I want her to. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know. Probably tell him like only one night. Yeah, I know, you know. I wake up in the morning and I have a message from Skillet and she is furious, like super mad. She's not even asking, she's not even saying good morning, nada, just straight cussing me out. I'm like, okay, like what the hell? I guess some money went missing yesterday, and I guess the person that hooked up with Sam, I guess his wallet went missing, and I guess he lost his phone. Everyone was pointing the finger at us because we were the last ones to be there. I don't even finish reading the text messages. I go the fuck off because Skillet's supposed to be my girl. Like, what? So she probably had like a concussion or something because she had me so messed up. So I call her. I don't even finish reading it. I call her and I'm like cussing her out because all I heard was hello. And I said, bitch, you think I would steal from you? You think I would be that grimy? Like, you know me. Like, what the hell? Like, you know me. So I just start cussing her out. She's calling me a bitch. Like, yeah, you stupid bitch. Blah, 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 blah. And so we're screaming and yelling. And I'm like, who said what? Like, just because we were the last people, that does not mean nothing. Like, I didn't steal nothing. If it wasn't you, then it was Sam. And you're always taking up for her. What did I tell you? And just like yelling at me, cussing at me. And I'm like, bitch, you, like, honestly, like, F you, I don't care. She's like telling me, like, when I see you at sunset, my bitch is on site. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I will never be intimidated. Maybe the girls at McDonald's, whatever. But I like I told you, at the end of the day, if I have to, I will not back down. Especially if someone's like, I'm gonna beat your ass. Do it. Like, come on, let's do it right now. So I was mad. She's like telling me that she wants the money back. And I'm like, okay, like how much was, I don't even know why I asked, how much was missing? And she's like telling me like it was 100 and something. And I'm like, 100 and something? That's nothing. Like, honestly, like, I know I didn't have any money and like that is a lot. But for the way she was tripping on me, how she was like, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna tell everybody, da 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 da. So I was expecting like it was like thousands or something for you to like throw away our friendship for $100. $100? Okay. Sam hears me and she's like, what's going on? I put Skillet on mute so she can't hear what I'm saying, but she's still going off, calling me this, that, tell me she trusted me, blah, 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 and that the dude that Sam slept with, like, that's my homie. And so I was hurt. Like, my heart was breaking. Like, I was like, dang, ain't nobody loyal. Like, loyal. Like, she even asked me, like, hey, did, like, by chance $100 like slide into your pocket? Nothing. Like, oh, by this, by that, nothing. So for her just to pop off like that and just like automatically assume, I was like, dang, that's crazy. Because I've always given people the benefit of the doubt, you know? I have her on mute and I'm like telling Sam what's going on, and I'm like, they're thinking that we stole some money, and that dude that you slept with is saying that you took his phone. When I tell you, this girl's face didn't give me like, that's crazy. It gave me, oh shit. I didn't think anyone would notice. Like, as soon as I seen that face, I swear, chorro, I was so disgusted, because how could you? How could you? I don't even finish like trying to explain. I'm just like, and so I take her off mute. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have to call you back. She's like, no, fuck you, just going off on me. I'm like, all right, bitch, I don't care. You see me, I'll go to your house right now. I don't care. I'll pull up, you pull up. What? Pull up on what? Tus patas? Yes, bitch, mis patas. Like, my Escalades, bitch. I don't care. So, hang up on her. I was looking at Sam and she's like, so who took it? Her voice is shaking. You can just tell, like, she's like just sweating. Her face was making those expressions that like where people are trying to read you. Like, do you think I'm guilty? Like, you know, she was trying to read me, but I was already reading her face. So I continued to talk to Sam and let her know like what we're being accused of. I am so sick to my stomach because I see it in her face. I see it in her eyes. We are guilty. And I say we because I brought her with me because she's my friend. She starts going into, dang, you know, it was probably this girl because I did see, you know, someone doing this, and dang, that's crazy. And I'm just looking at her because I want her to know that I know, and I want to see if she will continue to lie to my face. So I'm just like, Like, oh, you think it was her? And that's how I'm looking at her. I was asking you a question and I was going, you really think that's crazy? You would be like, she knows. Maybe try and lie better. Or some will just come clean and be like, I fucked up. Not Sam. So I'm torn, I'm pissed, I'm livid, my stomach hurts, I feel like throwing up. Not because like I'm scared or anything, but just because I'm losing this friendship that I have with Skillet. Like Shadow I already lost because of Sam getting out of pocket, and now Skillet because of Sam. And I'm like, it's not even worth it because this girl does not care. She keeps popping off on everybody, and now she's over here stealing, and she lied to my face, kissed the ex. Damn, what more do I need for me to be like? So she's continuing to talk, and at this point I could just hear her talking, but I'm thinking in my head like, what are you doing? Like, get up and just leave. What are you doing? But I can't because I'm just sitting there feeling bad for myself and being upset, and just like I have nobody. I don't got my mom, I don't got my brothers right now, I don't got the ex, I don't got my friend. I have nobody, and this girl don't care. Like, she really don't care. So I don't even hear what she's saying, and so I tell her like, let's go fight. Like, let's go fight. And she goes, oh, me? Like, why would you want to fight me? And she starts like, you know, sitting back, and I'm like, no, not you. Why would I fight you? Let's go fight them. They're saying this, and they're saying that they're gonna catch us slipping. Let's go meet them. Cause you didn't do nothing, right? You didn't do nothing grimy, right? And you could just see her, and she's like, yeah, I didn't do anything. Like, I can't believe they're even, it was probably that one. Like, we weren't even the last ones there. Just over talking, overthinking. And I'm just like looking at her like I look at my kids when they're lying to me. So I just keep telling her, like, let's go and fight them. Like, did you hear how Skillet was popping off on me? Like, she got me so messed up. So I was mad, and I'm just like upset because I really am. Like, it's not no fake. Like, I am mad that like I'm being accused of this because I don't roll that way. Like, I don't. Someone could have dropped money. I'm not the first to be like, oh, pick it up. No, I'm like, anybody drop anything? Someone drop, and then somebody else be like, oh, this was mine, or whatever. No, because as much that I have lost, I ain't trying to mess with that and gamble and it come back and like, so no. So now all of a sudden her like demeanor is like, no, like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to fight them. I'm good. Like, all scared. I'm like, why are you scared? Cause did you take it? You took it, huh? And she looks at me. She wants to catch a little attitude. What? You're really asking me that? Like, you're really asking me that? Usually when somebody, I've been told, repeats a question, they're thinking of a lie. But I don't know. So she kept asking me. I usually don't believe that stuff, you know? She did keep asking me more than once. I can see maybe once, like, you're really asking me that? Okay, whatever, give the benefit of the doubt. But when you ask someone 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damn times, you really asking me that? You really trying to think of something to say? So I'm looking at her with disgust. I'm like, did you take it? Tears in my eyes because I had bet on this girl and I had thought like we gotten closer, and she has just been burning bridges after bridge. And I'm like, did you take the money? And she just puts her head down. She's like, yeah, I didn't think anyone was gonna. She couldn't even look at me in the eyes. She said, yeah, I didn't think anyone was gonna notice. You didn't think no one was gonna notice that money was missing, his phone was missing. Like, do you see how bad we look, Sam? Do you? Over some money? Like, you're not even broke. Like, anything that you want, the Peaches would give you. Anything. And you're gonna go and do that? You just fought Ursa. Like, why would you do that? And so I can't even talk to you. I'm just disgusted. I'm literally disgusted with you. And she's just sitting there, and well, they ain't saying they don't think I did. They think it, bitch, they think we did it. So what does that even mean too? Like, oh, they think you did. The nerve you have. The nerve you have. I don't even let her finish talking. I just grab my backpack, put on my shoes, and I leave. Because I'm like, she don't care. She don't care about my well-being. She don't give a flying. As I'm walking, I'm just playing it in my head what I'm going to say, how I'm going to say it, because a part of me doesn't want to be like, oh, it was Sam. Oh no, it was her. Because a part of me cares, and I hate that about myself, you guys. I really, really do. And I know some people are like, no, it's a good, I hate that about myself, that I can still think about people who have done me dirty. And like, even now as a grown-ass woman, and still I'll hold my tongue. Still, I'll be like, nah, I can't, like, because I won't be able to, like, I'll think about it all night. I'll think about it all night, all day. And that person don't give two F's, but I'm sitting there and I'm like playing it in my head, like, oh, you didn't have to do that. Like, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. So I leave, I'm walking. She doesn't even bother to come after me like, Lex, let's talk about it. Nothing, because she knows she's in the Bronx. She knows she put me in a bad situation. As I'm walking, I'm like going through my phone, overthinking, and I'm like, oh, this, oh, that. Oh, how am I gonna explain to her? Should I just give them some of my money and be like, oh, this? I'm like, nah, I'm still gonna look bad. So I'm like just thinking and thinking, like in my head, I'm not even paying attention to like what's going on around me. There's a park close to the Peaches. So I'm just walking and I'm thinking and I'm not paying attention. And our car pulls up and I'm just thinking, right? Because I'm like, I don't want to lose Skillet. I have to. And I'm just thinking. You hear people playing in the background, like, you know, children laughter, your feet are hitting the pavement, and you could, like, you know, some rocks get underneath your feet. Like, you're literally just, you're vibing, you're walking, you're not thinking, you're in your head. Your body's like an autopilot. You're just going. I don't know where I'm going. I got nowhere to go, but I need to get out of the house. Thinking about this, thinking about that. I see that the car pulls up, and I'm thinking it's just like people that are coming to play in the park. No, but it was people to come and get me. And I see Ursula get out. And I'm like, my brain couldn't even register what was going on. I see Ursula. Now this bitch had braids. Usually when you go into a fight, you either got that Vaseline and you got that hair up and you got some rings on if you like to play like that, but I don't. You tuck that back. Because to me, I ain't trying to get my rings dirty. But anyways, I see her. And I'm trying to think, like, what? Is she with her parent? And then I see someone else get from the other side. And it was literally like in a movie. Every bone in my body just wanted to run. Like, run back to the Peaches house. But, like, I knew what was up. I knew what was coming. I knew it. I seen a grown-ass man driving the car. And then I see Shadow. And just by the looks of everything that was going on, I just knew. And then when I seen Skillet, oh, my heart dropped. That's where I have to leave it, you guys. I have to leave it there. I know you guys are gonna be like, oh my God, I hate you. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. This is probably gonna be over an hour. I'm sorry, but I will. I'm home. I'll do part 2. I will do the makeup videos as well. I hear you guys. I do. I hope you guys enjoyed today's story time. If you guys are enjoying the story times, please give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below. It helps me out. I would greatly appreciate it. Share my video with people who love story times. I would greatly appreciate it as well. I love you guys so much. Besos a todos. Thank you guys for all the love of my story times. It really, really helps me out. And it just seriously just... When I was on our mini vacation, I did run into some FAMBAM. And you guys literally get me so like... And you guys are talking about the Nanny series. You're like, oh, this has helped me out so much. That makes me so happy. Like, it literally, honestly, truly does. Like, just to, like, it's helping me and it's helping you. And that makes me so freaking happy. So grateful. And I'm just so, like, touched. I honestly am. Like, hearing you guys' stories, we're getting to connect, FAMBAM connecting. It's just amazing to me. And I am forever grateful for you guys. I really, really am. I love you guys. Te quiero mucho. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Well, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.